With breaking news and a major victory for the families of Flight 3407, the FAA just announced that it is increasing qualification requirements for pilots flying passenger and cargo planes. News 4's Ed Dranch is live in our newsroom now with the very latest on this. Ed?
Diana, here's the 3-page press release from the Federal Aviation Administration just releasing its new qualification standards directly affecting all pilots and co-pilots for domestic passenger flights and cargo airlines. This is a direct result of the crash of Flight 3407. According to the FAA, all pilots will be required to have a minimum of 1,000 flight hours as a co-pilot or first officer before they can become a captain for a U.S. airline. All co-pilots will be required to have 1,500 hours of flying time before they can get a certificate allowing them to fly passenger or cargo airplanes. That's up from a current standard of 250 hours. All co-pilots will now be required to have a certification in the airplane that they fly. They will also undergo further testing specific to that airplane. This is a big deal because Marvin Renslow, who was flying that Q400 for Colgan Airlines, had little experience flying that particular plane the night the plane crashed. His co-pilot, Rebecca Shaw, had even fewer hours in the cockpit. Pilots would also be required to be at least 23 years old before they can become a pilot. As we reported earlier this week, the FAA had to meet an August 1st deadline or else harsh across-the-board rules would go into effect. But it seems these new standards are on par with those strict guidelines. And as we've mentioned, this is a major reform for the aviation industry, thanks to the victims' families who've pushed for change for so long. Of course, you can count on us to follow this story throughout the day and bring you updates tonight on News 4 at 5 and 6. Live in the newsroom this afternoon, Ed Dranch, News 4 at noon.
All right, thanks, Ed, for this update.